Now, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'm going to try to explain this in the best way, shortest way without over-explaining it. Besides from programming, because your ego is built off the program, was built off the matrix, it's literally just another word from autopilot and how you normally manually, how you authentically walk around this earth, walk across the plane, that you just walk across this physical plane that you and just do whatever which way, you're saying whatever whatever psychology bends to your will. To move with the ego is to move through top power, to move within the sense of you understanding that you have, you saying that you have a built. This is a super suit. This is a super pit. This is a superpower. You got to understand there's no soul without the ego. And as much as I heard to say that, because the soul is the quiet. The soul does not talk. The soul does not come into, the soul does not have all these thoughts in your head talking about some, yo, go, you saying, go avenge your brother. Go do this and that. Go, you saying, go make sure this nigga, you saying, out of the way or whatever the fuck, you saying, to go out and get a revenge on a nigga or two, you saying, revenge on a nigga, or you saying to do something else. In conclusion, the ego is literally just an ideology, you know what I'm saying, of the characteristics just built upon the matrix of thyself. The reason it's so hard to follow your soul is because you don't know your soul. Your ego has been taking over your identity for years. Your ego has been running and you saying fitting out the decision, is crossing over the things that you wanted to do, you know what I'm saying, in the terms of what think will make you happy instead of understanding what will make you happy in the long run. Ego is what gets you in trouble, if not manual correctly, if not moved in correctly. Because the ego is also just, you know, saying, the ego is literally just a backed up, you know, saying, hurt little kid that never, you know, saying, hurt little kid that still got a sense of pride within him. While the soul, just running the body, is understanding thyself. You got to understand a mind over a soul. Without this, you saying we need a conscious mind to connect to the divine. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say I wouldn't say that too. You saying receive downloads, receive knowledge from the divine. But you got to understand what this brain, this computer brain would be without humanity. Everything you already know, you understand, you already know, because it resides within you. It is just you remembering of what you say, of what you have learned before, of what you know you are, of what you have explained and becoming these realms before, because that's what lifetimes are for. That's what past lifetimes are quite literally for, to help you to realize of who you really are inside of this, you're saying, beyond this life. Because beyond this life, to remind you how special, divine, royalty you are. They are quite literally just past timelines, you saying, of your sacredcy and you saying dependency and your motherfucking prophecy. The reason it is so difficult to understand and to never move with the mind is because the mind is also auto run. The mind doesn't want to forget what it needs to remember. The mind doesn't want to forget that the world, everything that goes on in this world is fake. So the mind, the ego, saves itself. So what? We only here for a point amount of time. We're gonna die anyway. So what? You know what I'm saying? I'm going right. You said I'd rather live it to the best of my. I love it to the best of my abilities. So what? You know what I'm saying? I've been here and did that. I don't went through all this shit just for me to find out everything is fucking false. Okay, then I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna move in it. It don't have to look like that, but it can also block your progress. And it can also block your spiritual progress as a person. To evolve, you literally have to go through ego deaths. That is to quite literally dissolve the human, dissolve the things that you knew that you were before into unknowing. Because once you have known that within the beliefs, within the soul's belief, within your belief, then it is prisonized within this motherfucking 3D reality that moves on your will. You are divine timing. Nothing moves, nothing steps, nothing vibrates without your awareness and consciousness through the human and the physical eyes. You are literally just a spirit in a body. So when you want to come out and tell niggas what the fuck you are, you know what I'm saying, gangbang, you saying I'm a crip, I'm a blood, you know what I'm saying, I'm this, and that's ego talking. Instead of talking about I'm a non-ether being, you don't gotta say I'm a non-ether being, but understand that I am a soul in a body before I'm a blood or a crip. To say that all the ideologies can move and can fit within my being, but it's never gonna mask who I really who I really should know inside of myself. Beside that shit, I am that I am, and that's it. They cling to that being, they cling to that title, they cling to that whatever it may be, and attach it to themselves and never get rid of it. So they always move within that being, within that state of, within that mindset. It's quite literally just a transition within between understanding of who thyself or who you mask yourself to be. This is not a soul versus the ego ideology. I'm telling you why you can't break free from your ego. But to live in truth, to live in understanding of truly, of understanding, of raising your vibration, to coming to truth within thyself, you have to do the shadow work and understand that you are not your ego. You're not your title. You're not whoever this person conceives you to be. You're not a title. You're simply a soul in a body. You're simply a God living a human experience. That God, that I'm saying, that title is stuck on the human persona. It's stuck on the flesh. You can't put that title or that shit on a being, because a being already understands, you know, saying, who they say they are. It don't have to be saying who they, you know, saying, because without that shit, without humanity, ego wouldn't exist. We would simply be and vibrate, expand. That's all we're here to do, is to move through the soul, expand, and become, you know, saying, and remember who we are. This is what we mean by let go of everything that does not serve you. We are constantly telling you to quite literally dissolve yourself. If we are telling you what goes on around this circle, you don't have to listen, but you can come to the consciousness, the awareness within thyself, to come to conclusion that everything that you've been walking in, every single decision, every single, you know what I'm saying, every single past drama, ex, or you know what I'm saying, friendship, or somebody trying to, you know what I'm saying, get into beef with you, it was all in between the soul or the ego. And the reason you clung on and chose ego is because you don't know your soul. To know the soul is to move is to move with integrity and authenticity of what you know is the right thing to proceed to do in your mind. What is going to raise your vibration internally without you even questioning it? That's discernment, that's intuition, that's inner knowing. When you inner know, it don't have to be mind over matter. It's simply being over trying to prove something I'm not. Because what is your ego after you die? Nothing. You're simply a soul. After that, that's all we're here to do, is just to dissolve the ego, move authentic. I don't have to say it a lot. And I'm sorry, I did kind of over explain it. I apologize. But if you stuck up, watch the whole video, I want you to go to my YouTube, because I'm about to be recording long ass videos just like this on TikTok, so you can go on and see it for over there for yourself. So you ain't got to be watching over there, because I know it feels weird over here. But besides that, shine bright, loved ones. All love. What should I say?